Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shalika. I am a Sri Lankan living here in Sweden, Scandinavia, and today I'm taking you along with me for a julbord. A julbord is a Christmas buffet. It's very popular throughout the Christmas season here in Sweden, Scandinavia, and especially on Christmas Eve, which is when we really celebrate Christmas here in Sweden. The view here is overlooking the South Island of Stockholm, and this is the restaurant that we are eating our Christmas buffet this year at. It is a restaurant in a place called Skansen. Skansen is an outdoor historical museum. I really recommend going there if you do visit Stockholm. But today I'm going to focus on the food that we serve for a Christmas meal. Now I do have one other video out from last year which is quite popular. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. But this is an overview of the restaurant, and to start our Christmas buffet off, they served us some glögg. This is the mulled wine that they have in Sweden, also very popular throughout the season. The first course, Sill. This is pickled herring, and we've got 6 varieties here. We've got a mustard one, a curry one, a dill, one that's called inlagd sill as well. Now some restaurants do about 8 varieties. This one is 6. They do their own, but these ones are the most popular ones that you could probably also buy in the shop. You serve them with baby potatoes like this, as well as red onions and chives on the side with some creme fraiche. The second course, gravad lax and smoked salmon. During this course, you're also served a number of fish dishes. As you can see, there's a fish pate as well as some other dishes, but you always have your salmon. Now there is a gravad lax, the middle one is a warmed cooked salmon, and a smoked salmon on the side. The side dishes are usually egg as well as some beetroot salad, and then you have to have this pie which is called Västerbotten pie. It's made out of Västerbotten cheese, really lovely strong flavor, and really a must for the second course. And then depending on the different restaurants, they serve you a number of side dishes. Third course, cold meats. Now the Swedes love their meats just as much as they love their fish, and the third course is all about your cold meats. You've got your pate, which you usually have with cornichons, you've got your ham, you've got your bacon, you've got your turkey, you've got reindeer meat, you've got beef, depending on the restaurant and what they're serving at that time. You get a variety of meats and a variety of sausages to try. We absolutely love this section, really. Some of them have herbs on it. This one is actually a cinnamon pork that they had made, which was really delicious. Here's the cornichons that you get in a bottle. You just help yourself to it, and you have it with your pate, and you could also serve hard bread, which you see a little later on in the film, as well as all our sweets. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. So this is all the sausages that they had. I think they had like 4 varieties of sausages. And then obviously we also add our ham, which is coming up in a little bit. But nowadays, those days I think they usually just had a lot of pork, but nowadays they do cater to people who don't eat pork. So we had beef, and we had turkey as well, so that was also an option. And then you've got different types of mustard that you would have with your meats. Now they were really tasty, and a must for a Christmas buffet with your cold meats. And finally, the ham. It wouldn't be a Christmas buffet without your ham. Fourth course, warm dishes. Now this course is also really depending on the restaurant, what they serve. You do have cabbage. This is one red and green cabbage that they served. You can use both, or you can have one. This was a mushroom omelette that they served. Sometimes they haven't had this before, but this is what they're serving as a warm dish. And these are your staples. I mean, you would have meatballs and sausages. These were the vegetarian kind. So like I said, they're catering to a lot of vegetarians these days. This was a root vegetable gratin, and this is something called Janssons, and it is with potatoes and anchovies. It really is a must for your warm dishes for a Christmas buffet. You cannot have a Christmas buffet without your Janssons. And those of you who don't like anchovies, I'm telling you, you can't taste it. This is our lingonberry jam that you would have with your sausages and your meatballs that you see here. And this is also ribs. You always have ribs for your Christmas buffet in the warm section. You serve it with apple mousse. It was really, really delicious. It was one of the best dishes that we've had in this restaurant, and we go every year. And this is another warm fish dish. This is called lutefisk. It's very, very special. The first time I had it, I thought it was such a fresh fish until I realized that it was a fermented hard fish that is kept overnight and fermented for a while, and then it turns into this sort of fluffy, very, very luxurious tasting fish. Now, it doesn't have any taste, but the sauce and everything that goes with it really makes it quite special. The fifth course, obviously, is cheese. Now, you can't come to Sweden and not go gaga for their cheeses. They have a plethora of cheeses in the shop, and they were serving a few for us here with different crackers, obviously, and different hard bread. We had also a Edam cheese as well as a cheddar cheese that is popular around this time of the year. It's not really very popular cheese for households to eat, cheddar cheese and Edam cheese, but they do bring it out during the Christmas. This is our cheese slicer. If you've never seen it, it slices your cheese really, really thinly. You've got some fig jam on the side, and that was some brie cheese, some Stilton cheese, as well as your butter. We like to have it with some salt sprinkled on it, and this is the Swedish hard bread. This was their own made bread. You can see how thin and crispy. It was really, really delicious. And this is what they like to call frukost knäckebröd, breakfast knäckebröd. All the children love it. It's very tasty. It's a very generic hard bread. Then you've got your soft breads, and you've got a sweet bread as well. The Swedes like to have a sweet bread during their Christmas buffet, and this one was also very, very special. Now, before we head on over to the last two courses, which obviously is everyone's favorite, I just wanted to take you around and show you some of the decor that they had at this restaurant. I love the Swedish style of decorating because it's very simple, very classy, just keeping everything very minimal, and obviously the Scandinavians do a great job of that. The sixth course is desserts. Now, the Swedes obviously love their desserts, and the desserts really depend on the restaurant. They had a raspberry tart, and they had a chocolate tart. They had a carrot cake as well. So this can vary from restaurant to restaurant. This was their chocolate sort of fudgy cake that they had. But this is a must for a Christmas dessert buffet. It is rice pudding. You have it with oranges or mandarin inside, and you serve it with some cream, whipped cream, obviously, there on the side, as well as some jam. My kids eat it as a regular meal or during the week, but for Christmas, it is definitely a must for your dessert bowl. Now, this is a special treat as well for Christmas time here in Sweden, but it was really interesting because we do have something very similar in Sweden and Sri Lanka as well, and it's just so fun for me to see because I come from Sri Lanka, and it's just amazing that we actually have similar types of food sometimes, not all the time. It's very, very different really, but that one was very, very similar. This one is our gingerbread cookies. They're thin, they're crispy, they're not cookies, they're biscuits really. A must-have for any Christmas table and throughout the entire Christmas season, if not the entire year. The seventh and final course are the sweets. Now, only the Swedes will have two courses set aside to sweet things, but the Christmas sweets here in Sweden are just something else. They are in a class of their own. These are called ice chocolates. They bring them out typically during the Christmas season. These are called juleskum, and they are in the shape of a Santa Claus. They are a marshmallow. These are just different types of candy. The blue one is a chocolate, and the red and white one is mint. This is a Swedish Christmas candy called knäck. I have a recipe on how to make it if you want. It is a hard toffee made and added into these small sort of mini cupcake holders, and they're really, really delicious. Those were mint as well. You've got some fudge, you've got your licorice fudge, you've got your chocolate fudge, and you've got your normal fudge. The Swedes, if you didn't know, we love our licorice here. I'm no different, even though I've come from Sri Lanka. But I've lived here for 15 years, so I consider myself a Swede. These are raspberry gumdrops, and and these are called polka grits, which is a mint hard sweet. We love our mint here in Sweden. We love our licorice and all things sweet, as you can see. So I hope this video has encouraged you to try a Swedish buffet. Before I go, these are saffron balls. Saffron is a huge flavor here for Christmas. This was very unusual. I'd never seen them in a restaurant before for Christmas, but I wanted to show you what it looked like here in Sweden for a Christmas buffet, what you can get to eat. If you want to see more, check out my next video. And with all that said, I will see you in the next video. It will be a home tour. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.